What's going on YouTube? County Gains back here again. So today we got a real special video, guys. So I'm basically a personal trainer, guys. Not like full-time, but I have done it in the past, you know, a good few times, like 5 times. And then also giving out nutrition plans and fitness plans a few times. Nothing like major, guys, but definitely have done it before. And then I came across this video, guys, and it says the video contains, the video is by Spectrum. It says, can you get too buff? So now, guys, I'm gonna be doing a little reaction to this, guys. So before, you know what I mean, we get straight into the video, guys, if you're a little, you know, baby or whatever, guys, make sure you click off this video because it contains body dysmorphia, suicide, relationship abuse, and other sensitive topics, you know what I mean, that are pretty sensitive, guys. So if you guys are afraid of that kind of stuff, make sure to click off, guys. But anyway, guys, nobody here is on roids, so let me give my opinion on this right before we get to the go, because this is a great topic to discuss. Can you get too buff? Right, guys, I'm like not that big at all, right? I'm literally not, I'm not like a bodybuilder. I would say that's my main thing, is I like to bodybuild. I'm not like big into like powerlifting or strength or anything like that. But you definitely can't get too big if you're not on gear. Like if you're natural, even if you're like 270, jacked, like if you're like 6'5", or you know, some big dude, and you're natural, you still, it's not that buff. Like you can't be too buff because it's like you're not really, you know, killing your organs with, you know, compounds that may, being super heavy can make you, you know, unhealthy. But just if it's natural, guys, it's pretty much always pretty much fine. I don't think you can get too big naturally, you know. But if you're on gear, can you be too buff? Maybe, you know what I mean? It's cool to be jacked and stuff even if you're on gear, but definitely the worst thing about it is, guys, honestly, even I'm just taking an example of my gym. Some guys are on gear, they look natural. Like, I don't think anyone that I really know in the gym who's on gear looks like they're on gear. Everyone looks kind of natural, like, which kind of sucks, you know what I mean? You kind of hope that if you're on gear that you'd be just jacked and like look like you're on gear, but for the most part, pretty much everyone that I see in Ireland, like, that's on gear, they don't really look like they're on gear, which kind of sucks, guys, you know, they look natural. So, you know what I mean, whether they're natural or not, that's up for discussion, but that's kind of the worst part of taking steroids, guys. If I was on steroids, I would want to be 250, ripped, and there's actually guys that are that natural, you know what I mean? Some black NFL players are like that, some white guys as well, a lot of Europeans and, you know, black dudes have the best genetics for like building mass, and like people can look like they're on steroids even if they're natural. So that's the worst thing, guys. I'd hate to look like that. That'd be just embarrassing as fuck. But anyway, guys, let's get straight into this video. Like the video, guys. Comment down below what you guys want to see next. I'll try to chop this up so it's not too long. Subscribe as well, guys. Love you guys all. Let's get into it.
Well, I think there's some people that are fat and they love it, and they're proud of it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I think
Nothing wrong
you
with that.
shouldn't be proud of being that overweight.
Well, why not?
Yep. Whoa. I've never seen this before, guys, so I don't know what to expect here. Jubilee.
I think we should do a hot take now.
Hot takes.
It's spicy.
What's a hot take again?
Audience submitted question or prompt.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
There's such.
Okay, so she's on gear. The woman's on gear, but everyone else is natural. That looks natural anyway, guys. You know, they do, like.
I mean, you can never be too big, man. You can never be too big, bro. Like, hey, we can switch too. I mean, there we go.
I am big compared to what I used to be, but not enough to what
Bro, this guy obviously hasn't been on any 4chan or Reddit chat rooms. This guy's not big. Guys, people actually, this is another thing, man. Body dysmorphia is like really real. Like, I know some guys, their arms like the size of their head, like, and they literally think that they're small, like, so, you know what I mean? Like, it's just, you'll never be big enough, man. It's just literally dysmorphia like crazy.
I want to be.
Yeah, you're gonna want more.
You'll never be satisfied.
Right now.
That's facts.
You'll never be satisfied. People do take it to an extreme, like the people that injected their arms with like
Synthol oil.
and then like
Yeah.
the guy's bicep busted open, like
Oh,
crazy
okay.
things like
Yeah.
that.
I agree with that.
Yeah, that's extreme.
That's
And
different.
you know, and they can't, you know, wipe their butt on the toilet. Like, that's another form of body dysmorphia. You feel like you're
Facts.
never big enough.
Facts.
I don't think so. Bodybuilding is the extreme. There's nothing wrong with it. It's never going to be too much. I would be considered
shout
one
out to this lady. She is jacked.
of the larger ones, and I don't
I
think.
think she's sweating like crazy too. She actually looks good too. I'm actually, you know what I mean, she looks great, but She is fucking jacked, dude. Holy crap.
I'm larger. I can get much bigger.
Male bodybuilders have small penises.
I'm excited to hear this
So, all
explanation.
right, I want to go ahead.
Everyone agrees with. Oh, so they disagree with that. Oh, okay, got you. Yeah, that's kind of. I mean, I'd hope. You know what I mean? Don't look at me.
Let's start this off. I'm speaking as far as myself. That's a disagree. But as far as other bodybuilders, I can't speak for them.
I have
Yeah.
never dated a bodybuilder, so I have never seen the goods of a male bodybuilder.
Hey, if you're a guy and you're backstage getting a tan, you know, bodybuilders have to put a sock on.
Of course, you're gonna look around, you know.
That sock is full. It must mean something.
One of the biggest male members I know, because it's just so obvious when he steps on stage, Bo Lewis. He's huge down there. You can't miss it.
When you
This
are
shit,
caliber
yo, this is hilarious.
above, people try to find a way to bring you down to their
Yeah,
level.
facts, guys. If you're walking through the shopping center and you see a jacked dude, man, I'm always like, even if I'm with my girl, I'm like, that dude's in great shape, man. You know, secure as a motherfucker, guys. When you see dudes and they're, and they're talking shit. This guy's a small cock and he's on roids. It's like, so what? The guy has 20-inch guns and you don't. Like, you know, you're just jealous because that guy's bigger than you. And he probably has a bigger cock than you as well. And like Rich Piana said it, guys, you know, the late great Rich Piana, he said like, when you say it to your girlfriend, like, she just knows like straight away that you're like so insecure. I say, I'm like, dude, that guy's jacked in great shape. You know what I mean? You know, secure as fuck, guys. Like if you start talking shit about guys, man, oh dude, you're a loser, man.
It's like, you know, little penis energy. Like when you see
Yeah.
guys in like the flashy cars, all the designer clothes and all that, you're like, what are you compensating for, dude?
That's true.
Pretty brutal. It's pretty brutal.
I build my body to get girls or guys.
Oh, this is false.
I love you, Daniel.
Sorry, I mean, I'm being brutally honest right here. I was always the skinny kid, so in the beginning was that, but now I have a girlfriend, so.
Yeah, in the beginning, I think a lot of guys do that. I never did that bullshit. Like, dude, you do this shit more so to impress your guy friends. Like, you know, oh, dude, I can bench 225 16 times and shit. Girls don't give a fuck about that. Why would a girl care about how much you can bench and shit? They don't give a shit. Like, you know, it's just facts, guys.
No, that's not the point anymore.
I think I bodybuild because I want to scare him away.
This chick
So
is
I just
spicy.
wanted to ask a question. It was because the girls liked you regardless of the body or not, right? Because girls don't care about
Yo, she
muscles
is
and stuff.
jacked,
They
bro.
really.
I personally think that girls like dad bods more than fit guys.
Spot on.
Fact. A lot of bodybuilders, they get more compliments than guys than girls.
Yeah,
Just because it's a turn off for a lot of girls. They think,
Yeah,
you know,
because dudes like look at another guy and be like, man, that's some hard work. That dude who's massive. No girl's ever like, I want this guy as big and as juicy. Girls don't want that shit, guys. It's just such a false. Even they don't want shredded guys. It's just such a false. I mean, some probably do, but you know what I mean. It's not the case at all.
when a guy is too big or too shredded or too vascular, it kind of looks freaky or scary to them.
I care. I watched my man go from being 160 pounds to over 200 pounds, pure solid muscle, and like my physical attraction just went, oh my God, look at you. You're like 2 feet wide. This is amazing.
Wow.
I like
Dude, I
them
want a
dad
chick like that,
bods. I'm
man.
sorry.
Here's the next prompt. I look down on people who are out of shape. 3, 2, 1, go.
I look down on people who are out of shape.
I would never judge a person for being out of shape. It's just for me, I started off in the military, and then when you become a mom.
Jesus Christ, bro! This chick, I think I'm in love, man. This chick, she's in the military, man. She's jacked, bro. This is crazy, man. You know what I mean? Probably a bit too much with the muscles. I'm not gonna lie, but you know what I mean. Just her attitude, I'm in love with, is what I mean. Just a legend.
You know, it's a slippery slope to getting fat and to getting chubby and getting that
The
mom
millet,
body.
bro.
And so I know how it is to be out of shape, and I know that
I bet she was a drill sergeant, bro. Come on.
that needs
What
a lot
are
of
we
tender
doing
love
here?
and care and nurturing to get yourself out of that mode of not being fit again. I mean, people
Let's
know
go.
when they're out of shape. They don't need to be told. They need to be loved and nurtured to do the right thing.
Facts.
I was bullied in high school. I was a 190-pound freshman. I didn't even speak English. I moved here as an immigrant. I didn't like how I looked. You know, I was made fun of in PE, and that was up to me
That's
to
fucked
change
up.
that. So you can do it. You're just choosing not to it.
So you're basically talking about specifically if someone says they want something, but they don't challenge themselves, they don't try. Those are the ones that you're like, oh, I'm upset with you.
Kinda, yeah. If I see someone
Guys,
that
you gotta let people live. People that smoke, drink, do whatever, take drugs. Like, you gotta let people live, guys. Let them do kind of what they want. I mean, if they want to be out of shape, it's Merry Christmas, man. You know, David Goggins.
is just playing video games all day, eating potato chips, and not doing anything
Dude,
else
I
with their
love
life. I'm like,
chips.
all right,
I
you
love
know, you
crisps.
could be doing something else for your health. We all should be productive in a certain type of way.
But they're the ones that are gonna make the most gains. You make the little steps. You walk every day. You change your diet. You lift more. I wouldn't want to be discouraging to those people because
Not at all. Not discouraging, motivating them. You know, like
Yeah.
I would want them to do something
sure.
good for themselves. You know, obviously,
Facts.
yeah.
You should not be proud to be fat. 3, 2, 1, go.
You should not be proud.
For me,
to be
Dropbox
fat.
is
You
a
shouldn't-
seamless
you
way
should not
of
be
ensuring
proud.
that I have access to documents
I don't even
across
understand the question.
myself.
So let's see the hot take here.
I mean,
Sasha.
when people hear the word fat, it has such a negative connotation to it. When, like, why? I don't think fat is necessarily a bad thing. Like, being unhealthy is a bad thing, but
No,
there's
we're
a
talking
lot
about
of
pride.
That is unhealthy though.
We're talking about pride.
Of being
There's a
proud of
difference
being
between
that
not
size.
being accepting of yourself as fat and being
Dude, this chick kind
proud
of scares me, honestly, man. I don't know, do I like it or what, man?
to be fat.
You should love yourself in all forms, but you shouldn't be proud of being
this is
that
the best show
overweight and
ever.
unhealthy and
It's nothing
why
to be
not?
proud of.
yeah, it's not something
really
to be
nothing
proud
to be proud of.
It's something to
Yeah.
accept and love yourself for and not beat on yourself for.
I think
but
you
it's
can
not
be
something-
proud of it. There's some people that are fat or overweight and they love it.
No, that's
and they're
proud to be
of
who
it.
they are. That's proud of their body. Like, oh, look how much I can eat. Oh, I can put my fat on top of a car. Now, this coming up on the layers that I'm growing and that is accumulating on my body that's causing me to have heart disease and all these other things. That's the pride that I have. Like being proud to be the 1,000-pound woman.
Well, yeah.
Is that you getting
1,000
government checks
pounds.
and things
That's
like
an
that?
extreme. Fat comes in all
500
different
kilos,
shapes
that's
and sizes. Like, if you're still healthy on the inside and you like what you got, work it.
Yeah, I feel like the problem is like when you are so proud of being fat and then like you become like an influencer that you influence like younger generations to like have those unhealthy life
think we're
standards
kinda going
and
off
say that's just
on
like
that.
body positivity.
Well, there's some influencers that are fat, but they do work out. You know, on their platform, they're doing yoga and they're dancing. And so
Yeah.
they're active, but they're just overweight.
Going back to the thing, it's not like something to be proud of at all, only because, trust me, they would not want to be fat. And they claim, oh no, I'm happy, I'm embracing with what I have. No, if you could look a certain type of way differently, you would choose that over this any other day.
Well, how do you know that they would choose a thinner
Oh.
physique over a...
Not necessarily a thinner physique, but you would want to look a little different. I personally know a lot of people that are like that, and deep down they do break down and tell me, no, it's just like another way of them trying to make themselves happy. And again, it's totally okay, but it's not something to be proud of.
You know, I don't know. It was a movie like Dodgeball, right? And it was like Ben Stiller character. He's like, if you don't hate yourself enough to do something about it, it's your fault. You know,
That's the best
funny,
movie
but it's
ever,
just one of those things. Like,
bro,
look,
I love this chick, man. She's referencing Dodgeball. Fuck, who? Bro,
but it's all
legend.
everything else. She does work out. She does want to lose weight. She
Lizzo,
knows
yeah,
that's
I know
not
about
healthy.
Lizzo.
But she still has a certain about, like, I am still going to be me, and I'm fabulous no matter if I'm 100 pounds or 400 pounds. I can understand and I can respect that. But she does have to belay the point that her heart is working overload, bouncing that ass up and down.
In a lot of ways, though, bodybuilding, I mean, there's a lot of negatives to what we do, too, that we could be influencing other people negatively, you know, like weighing our food and always caring about every little gram that comes into our mouth.
Oh no, she doesn't want to say that. She wants to say about the big ass, man. That's what she wants to talk about here.
And like
I'll take that.
putting
over
your
that.
entire...
I'll take one over the other.
Oh, yeah,
that
that's
fat
fine,
around
too,
your
though.
heart, that fat around your intestines, around your stomach is dangerous. So taking
Yeah.
pride in something that's just killing people.
Bro, this
like-
chick is sweating, bro.
Okay.
I have considered steroids.
Oh, I gotta bring this one up.
2, 1, go.
Dark side, I go. I know.
I'm ready for this one.
I am so ready for this.
Join the dark side. Yeah, I'm on the dark side, brother.
I think in order to stay highly competitive, especially on the West Coast, it's almost half necessary to start using.
Dude, this chick knows everything. Her boyfriend, bro, this chick, man, her boyfriend must be just every day talking about bodybuilding. This meathead, you know what I mean?
Stuff, because unfortunately to get to the points that people are displaying,
how does she know
you
this?
need help.
That is like
I
gym bro shit.
definitely agree. I mean, this is a really touchy subject, but with all due respect for people who are natural, who don't obviously take anything, keep going. The sad truth about bodybuilding is everyone you're going against is probably on stuff. I did my first show natural, I won that show, but the second show I got destroyed. And I realized what time it was. Everyone's talking behind stage about this, that. If your goal is to be in that top 1%, to make it to the Olympiad, you're gonna be going against people who are taking a lot of steroids, anabolics, and it's not going to be a fair battle for you. It won't be. It makes a huge difference to you, for sure.
Yeah, you do this sport because you want to win, right?
Of course.
You're not going to go on stage just because you want to get second place, third place, last place.
No, it's too expensive
That's why-
to
that's
just
why-
go on stage for no reason.
Yeah. So I said I respect
TJ.
the people who just want to go on there and be natural.
Yeah.
Respect for you,
And-
you know, do
Well,
that.
that's what they have the natural leagues for too. There's drug-tested leagues that if you want
Dude,
to
this chick knows everything, bro. Fair play, man. I mean, I don't even know half the shit she's talking
be
about.
within the people who do not and will not use these things, you can go
This
into the
is gym bro
natural league
stuff.
and be tested.
I do completely agree with all that. And again, I compete in the MPC, so that is not drug tested. But I've come a few spots away from my pro card at nationals a few times being
What?
completely natural. And I'm not against taking drugs. I understand most people do. For those bigger divisions,
Bro, they had to do her like that. Bro, they did her wrong there. Bro, they did her. Bro, I gotta edit this shit out, bro. I'm laughing too much. Bro, they did her wrong there, man. Look at the way, Bro, they did her wrong here. Check this shit out.
pro
They just zoomed in on her as soon as they said steroids, man. Oh, they did her bad here, man. Look at this.
card at nationals a few times being completely natural. And I'm not against taking drugs. I understand most people do. For those bigger divisions, it's a necessity. Like, you have to do
Bro,
it.
come on,
But for
bro. What are we talking
bikini,
about
I
here?
know that I can make it to that
What are
pro
we
level being natural.
did her
It's
bad,
just
like,
gonna
that's
take me a little
brutal.
bit more time. And I take pride in that because, again, I got into this lifestyle because of the health benefits.
For me, I just never thought about doing that because of like the long-term consequences that it may bring if not accompanied by like a doctor or like a professional. So I
she's getting
always
mad
wanted
here,
to
man.
like stay natural. But like if you're doing
This guy's scared she's gonna beat him up in a second, man. This is brutal.
it in a healthy and safe way, then you do you, I guess.
I have both experience from both sides. But I remember waiting and thinking about how small I was, and I was thinking about how I couldn't get that leanness, and I remember I wanted to be bigger, and I was thinking in my head,
Bro.
like, I could not freaking wait to find me a drug dealer so I can get on some steroids.
Hell
Because
yeah.
I wanted to be the biggest, I
Hell
wanted to be
yeah.
the strongest.
Woo.
And I told anyone else, if you see me and you see me with big muscles, you don't have to worry about asking, you don't have to worry about spreading rumors, because I am definitely 100% on something. It's
Hell
not
yeah.
abuse. A lot
Bro,
of
look
times
at her traps, bro. She looks like a cobra, bro. She is like Cobra Kai, the dude, man. She's crazy.
when people talk about doing performance enhancing things, they want to talk about the MLB or the NBA I'm not in any of those things. This is self-care for me to take care of my body and for me to love what I'm doing with it. So it's not like something where you end up having this situation where you have roid rage or you have someone who's angry all the time. A person is an asshole, they're an asshole. It has nothing to do with what they take. So just being real.
Bro, Fax is right. Look at the freaking yams hanging off this chick's legs, man. She's got literally turkeys. She got turkey meat on her leg, man. Look at the size of her quads, bro. That's like a yam, dude, or a freaking, I don't know what that is hanging off her leg, bro. She has crazy quad gains, man. Holy shit, man. She's a beast, bro, for real.
And I respect you being so transparent about it because a lot of them just try to say, oh, I'm natural. Like, I did this and you can do this too. And it's just like, no, like, why are you afraid? If you take PEDs, then just say that You do. I don't understand the whole taboo around it, and I think that needs to shift.
But if more people talked about it, it would be less.
I'll explain why. Because people, they have sponsorships. You know what I mean? They have to be seen as, you know what I mean, representing the brand well. You know, they actually have no. I don't want to be calling, you know, saying that it's bad to do that, but like, it's pretty much like having bad kind of, you know, you have no backbone really. You know, you don't, because it's all about money at the end of the day, guys. All this shit's about money. Like, it is all about money. So.
Severe if people were more open about the safety and the care of it. Some people do abuse it, but it's just like when people abuse anything, alcohol, cocaine, drugs, anything. It's just being smart and being educated about it.
It's true, yeah.
Bodybuilding is good for my mental health.
Oh yeah, that's a big one. Everyone's got to agree with that, right?
1, go.
She takes a picture, and in that picture is this ET.
Strongly agree or disagree there? Hold up. Yeah, strongly agree.
So I have had like instances in my life where I've been like really down and depressed, and so gym and bodybuilding was one of the things that got me through.
Hell yeah.
And it made me like forget my problems and just like focus all my rage and anger towards like hitting new PRs and stuff. So
hell yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Bodybuilding definitely can be a mental relief to you. You know, that's your only you time where you really get to have when you're going to train.
You learn your self-worth.
Exactly, definitely. Because it's you versus you at the end of the day. That's how this sport is. It's a selfish sport, but it helps you mentally. It builds you up for sure. But the reason why I'm in the agree lane and not in the strongly agree lane is because I can never look at food the same. What's clean and whatnot, you can no longer just walk into a restaurant, look at a burger and fries and eat that.
Yeah, that's jokes, man. That is so true, guys. Like, I don't eat food anymore, ever, for like the you know, for the fun of it. It always has to have a little bit of protein, whether it's like a pizza or like a burger. You know what I mean? You're always thinking, oh, does this have too many carbs? Does this have enough protein? You know, shit like that. So this is kind of, you know, it's jokes, but it's facts. So.
You know, you're always gonna think, no, that has cheese, that has this. I can't digest that well, you know. But as far as bodybuilding itself, definitely helps you. Yeah. Mostly help.
I feel my worst post-show.
I think bodybuilding helps you first in the beginning, and then when you start getting like more, I want to get big, it kind of messes you up, honestly.
Because I get so lean going into my shows that coming out of them, I struggle mentally and emotionally with it.
This chick's a little
because I am
beast, too.
so, and it's gonna sound ridiculous, uncomfortable with how I look right now. So it is really good because it got me out of a rut that I was in. Like bodybuilding saved me.
I'd ask, what was her name, Sarah, whoever was that girl standing up front, the drill sergeant. I'd ask her, you know, hit me up with some of that anabolic, you know what I mean? Some of that, you know, I mean, that anti-catabolic, you know, that juice potion, you know, that you know, that trembolone sandwiches, man. I'd ask her to get on some of that stuff, man, if you're unhappy with the way you look, because as a chick, it's a hard time building a lot of muscle, you know what I mean? You gotta get quite lean to look anywhat big, you know?
My life, but it also created a new problem.
Yeah, the body dysmorphia post-show is real.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for bodybuilding, I can say almost undoubtedly that I would not be here right now.
Jesus.
I was in a very abusive relationship, verbal, sexual, mental, and I was in a very dark place. And during that time, I started to get into working out, and I noticed like that it was giving me confidence and like an outlet. And the person that I was with was kind of getting intimidated. They told me straight to my face, if you compete, I will break up with you on the spot. You know, that's selling.
Bro, who's the little bitch boy that's afraid of your girl lifting? Bro, if anything, you want your girl to lift, man. That's like a guy's, well, not really, you know what I mean? Just a girl to be in shape, but like, to be like so into that she's competing and shit. Bro, this is a little bitch boy she was hanging out with. Dude, oh my God. Yo, that's the kind of guy that literally tells dudes they wear, you know, tight t-shirts and stuff, you know what I mean? Just real bitch boys, man. Listen to this, that's brutal.
He told me straight to my face, if you compete, I will break up with you on the spot. You know, that's selling your body for sex.
What?
That's what a slut does. And so I didn't end up doing it.
Oh my God.
And a few months after that,
this is the greatest thing I ever watched in my life.
we broke up. And that was probably the worst spot that I was in, coming out of an abusive relationship and like just being.
He probably had a lot of money, huh? Oh, I know what he had. He had a lot of money, baby. But you couldn't get out of that. That's tough, man. That's tough. Bro, he's a little bitch boy, man. You know what I mean?
Empty. Like for that period of time, that was the only person that I knew. And so I was in a dark place and I almost took my own life.
Jesus.
And
that's not fun.
I remember one day I was like sitting in my car and I was gonna drive myself out to the beach and just walk into the ocean.
Yeah.
And that was the day that I was like, you know, I'm gonna say f you to him and do a show. And I dedicated the next 4 months of my life to prepping for the show, and that saved me. It gave me like a purpose. It gave me that independence.
Good on you.
That's amazing.
Good
That's
on you,
amazing.
girl.
I just want to say I'm really glad you're here because I know that, like, what you're feeling. And I've gone through, like, breakup. There were, like, a few instances where I broke down.
Yeah, man, everyone breaks down. You cry like a little bitch after a breakup. Every guy does that, but like, then you just like a month later, you're like, what the fuck was I doing? That bitch ain't shit. She's ugly, you know. You just fucking, you just get over that shit, man. You start hitting the gym, man. Who gives a fuck, man? It's all relative, you know. In the moment, you're like a little, you know, you're a little bitch boy. You're like crying and shit, you know what I mean? Oh, whine, you know what I mean? But then like a week or two later, you're like, oh, that was just the dumbest thing in the world. It's all like, you know, chemical bullshit. So
Like, right in the middle of workout. I know it's embarrassing, but you know, it got me through it.
No, I'm on the same boat with you, man. You know, and just a close about.
Homeboy in the back here, man. This guy definitely had a couple of breakups, and this guy fucking. This guy looks like he fucking killed somebody.
On your mind, just thinking to yourself, and I'm glad you're here, Sasha. By the way.
Thank you.
Yeah,
My
fuck that
body
bitch
is
boy.
the most important thing to me. 3, 2, 1, go.
I mean, you can't say, yeah, like, that's just the dumbest thing. Literally, your body means kind of really not much. Like,
Obviously, my family and God come first, and then there's my body. But especially if it's your dream to make it to the top and everything, it is your business. It is your investment that you got to take care of constantly.
Same,
yeah.
you know, when I'm on season, when I'm on competition, that's my borrowed time for myself. At 6 months, I'm being the most selfish that I can, you know. I'm not going anywhere, I'm not doing anything, I'm not eating out. But once I'm out of prep, then yeah, everything else comes first.
Sometimes those things take a precedent. If I'm in prep, I'm sorry, like I'm not answering the phone. But if I'm out of prep and
bro,
the
they're doing that
precedent,
guy in the
if
back
I'm in
wrong, man. Look at the size of this chick, man. The drill sergeant with the yams for legs. Compared to the little miniature guy in the back, man, they gotta bring him up here and put her in the back, man. They're doing him wrong, man, making him look tiny. Come on.
prep, I'm sorry, like I'm not answering the phone. But if I'm out of prep and a friend calls and I was supposed to get a workout in that day, looks like I'm not going to the gym, she needs me. So
Yeah.
This is my moneymaker. So I'm competing in 3 weeks. So this is everything to me right
all
now.
about money.
So if I'm hurt or something feels funny, I'm making sure I'm taking special attention to it. People want to go rollerblading or hiking or things like that.
She's sprinkling some D-ball on it, man. If there's something wrong with her body, she's sprinkling that D-ball on those oatmeal, man. Come on. I mean, no hate, man. I think she's a monster, dude.
And
Let's
fall
go.
on a rock and scratch and break something before the show and then look like an idiot.
I
So
love
just
that.
no, this is the time to be really focused, absolutely zero in on me.
Hell yeah.
I feel like you need your body to be healthy in order to have anything else. Of course, mental health is very important as well, but I feel like once you're physically healthy, like your mind could be at ease. We're only given one body, and so I feel like we should take good care of it.
I'm not looking at it from a vanity perspective. I'm looking at it from my body is my temple, and
Yep.
like nothing feels better than being in shape. And there's
Oh,
like
yeah.
that quote out there like, oh, like nothing tastes as good as skinny feels.
I
I'm just
love
like,
that.
yeah,
I love
whatever.
that quote.
Like nothing feels as good as making it to the top of that mountain or like kayaking for 6 hours straight and like still being able to keep going.
Yeah.
Like it's just such a great feeling.
That is a great feeling. Right now, guys, my cardio is, you know, it's okay. When I was 217, I'm like 226 now. I'm a bit too heavy. I gotta lose like a couple pounds, like, you know what I mean? Probably about 10 pounds. But when you get to that weight, guys, and you're strong and you feel good, like you're able to run, play football, play sports, nothing is good as that, guys. You feel like the best thing in the entire world. And not a lot of people feel that, because people that don't work out, that just do cardio, they won't feel that either. You have to have both, and you have to have that working out, the gym time and the cardio time, you know what I mean? Because I've done both. I've done just the gym, got fat, you know what I mean, just got jacked, and then I've got the way before I was like way heavier, and I've also done just the cardio, and you need both, guys, to get that real euphoric feeling, guys. You know what I mean? Because then you feel big and strong. It's amazing. Alright guys, that's it. Can you get too buff? That was a bit long-winded, 30 minutes. I'm about as impressed with that as I am with my camera with the last 30 minutes. That's absolutely fire, guys. Shout out to the Sony ZV-1. Absolute beast camera. Great investment, guys. You know what I mean? Just got paid by YouTube, so trying to slowly make that money back for all this camera equipment. But yeah, guys, hope you guys like that. Absolutely love you guys all for staying, tuning in, guys. If you guys are still with me, guys, that was absolute beast. I love you. You are my #1 subscriber. I absolutely love you guys. And if you're still tuned into this, you know what I mean, then I truly, from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much. Make sure to like the video, guys. Comment down below what you guys want to see next. Also subscribe. County gains, man. That shit was fire, guys. Love you guys all. Peace.
Biatch.